Hello, strangers and friends. Welcome to Sometimes I Make Things. My name is Grace. I am your host, and today we are going to the Fergus Fibre Festival. Got the knit fit on. We are in the car. We're gonna go pick up the boyfriend, and then we are on our way. Let's do this. Beautiful.
You definitely see a kid running around with one.
Well, I think it's a lot of locals too, right? It's fitting. My little wheel. Very nice. We have Fergus to the Fibre Festival. And we have the baby safely secured. We got the goods. The goods. We made it to the drop-off spot. Did you have fun?
I did have fun. You caught me in the sun.
The sun!
The sun. Done with the Fibre Festival. So these are the 2 yarns I ended up with. This one is the primary, circled the whole thing, chose one. Greedy Seagull, but it kind of looked like a parakeet-y thing.
And who's the dyer?
This one dyer was Tully's.
Tully's, yes.
Yes.
So you're happy about that one?
Yeah, let's make sure to get that in. And this one was
Justin,
right. My name's Tristan. It's a weird thing. Anyways,
I didn't even think of that.
Yes, it's its own thing. But this is also same with the other one, an 80/20 merino nylon. But I really like how the nylon turned out on this one. I'm not experienced with
cashmere nylon.
Yeah,
it's really
like
nice.
The way it's on, it's really nice. Smoky eye, and then this is Piper's Knits, which is
very good. Yeah, we're fans.
Yes.
Happy?
Very happy with these. These are socks. These are undecided.
Undecided. I'm home. The knit fit is off. The pajamas are on, and the cat is ready to be cuddled. Oh, baby. Ayo, back-to-back festival videos. Who am I? Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my compilation montage there of the Fergus Fibre Festival, which is, in my humble opinion, the best fibre festival in all of Ontario. It's so fun. It's outside, which, you know, we had some rain this year, but it's a Scottish-inspired, influenced town, Fergus. What's more Scottish than it being rainy? Lots of vendors, there's animals, it's on the downtown core, the historic downtown core, so there's lots of interesting shops on the sides that you can check out, and it's a wonderful feel. I love this festival so much. I went last year for the first time with my friend Emily. I will link that video because I did a vlog of then too. We had a nice hot sunny day for that festival. And this year I went with my boyfriend Tristan, which was delightful because it was the first fibre event we've gone to together, and I taught him how to knit around Christmas time of 2023. He was staying with my family, and that was a nice bonding moment for us. So now it's May and he's gone to his first fibre event. We're just fully indoctrinating Tristan into the lifestyle it's meant to be. So for today, I was going to wear the knit fit that I had on the video because I didn't really get to show it off much. It was my Helix halter test knit that I did for Jessie May in early 2023. I thought it'd be a great festival outfit because Knit City was so hot in the building, and then last year at Fergus, it was really hot and sunny. So I was like, okay, I might get weird tan lines, but this will be great. And it ended up being cold and wet, so it was not ideal. But I got a few compliments when I flashed people from inside my raincoat. So I was gonna wear it today, but the kind of cool weather has continued. It's 20 degrees, which is decent, but considering it's the end of May, mid-May we had some hot weather. It's been kind of cool. So I'm enjoying my Old Navy sweater. I did not knit this. Also, I want to get a little shout out to my nails. I hope the camera will focus on them. But my friend from when I was in university has become a nail technician, and she gave me these wonderful knitting inspired nails, which was delightful. So it's my first time having dual forms. It's a type of nail extension, very smooth, polished, did a great job. It's very in line with my nail. So it kind of just feels like I magically got these gorgeous long nails, and she, pure artistry, she freehanded everything on here and gave me these cute little cables for my thumbs and stocking stitch. So I just wanted to shout out the knitting themed nails because I've always wanted to try like a knitting nail look, and she absolutely killed it, Ashley. She's Broke Girls Nails if you want to give her a follow. She's in BC and in Ontario. You can check her out if you're interested in an up and coming star. Now, to get to the main event of the end of the video, our haul. So you would have already seen Tristan's haul. He got himself a skein of yarn from Tully's, and then Justin of Piper Knits was so kind to gift Tristan a skein as well. They're both in our Knit Night group, and I think it was just so supportive. Like, he's a new knitter, he was so excited to be there. He had me like take photos of him with the yarns that he was interested in getting, because he's like, okay, my budget is I can get one skein of yarn. And honestly, it was just so darling of Justin. He just called Tristan over and was like, hey, like, come here for a second, and he just gave him the yarn that he had been eyeing at his booth. So it was very cute, and I think Tristan got a little misty-eyed over it, so he's very excited. He's going to learn how to knit socks using that yarn, and I'm excited to teach him because I love a good sock knit. So as far as my haul goes, I'm actually going to start with a non-Fergus Fibre related item. I mentioned in my last video that I had gotten a bunch of bags lately, so this is one of the bags I got. This is the chicken bag. This is from Sarita Co. It's a makeup bag. I ordered it off of Etsy. She's in the Kawartha Lakes area of Ontario, which is relatively close to where I am, so it was nice to support a small business. And this is currently holding my olive top whip, which I haven't had a chance to talk too much about on the channel, but I'm gonna do some sort of knitting progress update video soon, because I haven't actually done one of those in a while. But I'm a slow knitter, so it's kind of good for me to space out my updates. So this is holding a tank top pattern really well, and it'd be great for socks, and I am in love with it. I love chickens. So chicken bag, whoop. That's one thing I wanted to mention. The other bag that I got was a gift from a friend for my birthday, and it's this very fun alpaca bag. And the best part of it is when you turn it around, it has an alpaca bum on the back, which when I took it out of the bag, this is the first thing I saw, and I was like, oh, it's kind of like a abstract art color vibes. She's like, no, turn around. I was like, gotcha. So this is actually like a waterproof bag. So if you wanted to put like swimwear in here, it would be safe to carry around, which is what I think I actually will end up using it for this summer. This would be a good sweater project bag, and it does have like a knitting print on the background in the yellow there, so definitely is a knitting theme, but I feel like I could get a lot of use of this as an adventure bag, so I think she wants me to put knitting stuff in it, but I think I might go a little rogue. But I've been keeping my Fergus Fibre Festival stuff in here because it's just, it's so cute, and I love neon yellow. I mean, clearly I'm a yellow gal, so this was a great gift, so thank you, Celeste, for this thoughtful gift. Let's get into the yarn haul already. So there were lots of vendors there, great diverse range of smaller Ontario vendors, I would say. There was a couple people that came out of province or from out of the area, but mostly it was more like truly independent artists and creatives were there. Really nice. But also your girl had a budget and she was trying to stick to it and not spend more money because, you know, I'd already gone to Knit City and I've done some thrifting as well. So anyway. But on the main street is String Theory, which is the local yarn store in Fergus. They help and are involved with planning this event. So it's always nice to go check them out because they tend to have some good sales running during the event. So from their store, I picked up this King Cole Mulberry Soft DK. I've never used King Cole before. I had heard of them, but I don't know anything about them as a brand. And then this is 70% baby alpaca and 30% mulberry silk, and it was $12. I have no idea how much this would be full price. It's 50 gram skein, but I have a Dot Pebbles Knits Claire Garland. She's the cute viral frog lady. I have a badger pattern of hers, and I also have a koala pattern of hers. So I've been kind of on the lookout for a gray yarn because I don't have a lot of gray in my stash. So the plan is this is going to become a cute little animal, and I have some leftover white. So koala, badger, we'll see what happens. But it's just going to be a lovely little plushie. And because I shopped at the store, I got this. And again, pray for my camera to be focusing here. But this is a Fergus Fibre Festival pin, and I had seen someone post about it on Instagram, and I had no idea how to get it, so I was kind of on the lookout for it, and I didn't see it anywhere. And I got it because I bought a skein of yarn from the store, so I love it. It's so cute. They did a great job with this logo. A little sheep in a kilt twirling some yarn in the air. So this is definitely going to go on a project bag. I just wanted to have it loose to show for the video, but I love a good pin, and this is such a sweet, sweet pin. Next up, we stopped at Shauna's booth, and Shauna is Made with Love by Shauna. She does stitch markers, and I had to get this lovely late summer autumnal set from her. I absolutely fell in love with the little pumpkin charm. It's made out of metal, and it's just so cute. And I've had my eye on the sunflower in the past, like the sunflower a lot. And then, you know, a mushroom, a maple leaf, and a tree of life, you can't go wrong. So I love this. I also got a set of 3 stitch markers. It was like 3 for $5. So I got a capybara from my mom, and then I had Tristan pick out one. He picked out like a goldfish or something like that. And I got, oh, I don't have it with me. One second. And we're back. Okay. So speaking of knit progress and such, this is my sock whip. So I think this was last seen in my all the socks I've knit before video. Again, I will toss a link up here if you would like to take a look at that one. But I have it attached to my whip. So this is my little elephant. I love him so much. He doesn't have a name, but it might be Murphy or Gerald. We'll see. But yeah, I was going through, and she had this very like classy, beautiful bee pin with like nice like hexagons in the background, or progress keeper. So I was like, oh, that would be a really nice one to get. And then I just I saw this elephant, and he's got like lopsided painted on eyes, and he's just this goofy little expression like, I love him so much. So I am obsessed with this tiny plastic elephant. It's something where like child me, I know that if child me came up to me and saw what I was knitting, child me would ask, can I have that? And I would give it to child me. But this is the kind of thing that I would have like carried around with me everywhere as a child and like played with and done stuff. So very much appealed to child Gray sensibilities. I would have loved this little elephant. So I mean, I guess while I have them out, these are my socks that I'm making. I'm using the heel tab pattern by Pearlbug, which is my favorite for shorties. They're just slip stitch heel. And then this is a color work chart that I made up. It's basically just do long, short, long, short, long, short. Knit however many rows you want in the middle of your contrast color. Long, short, long, short. Very simple. It was inspired kind of by like child drawings of like long, short on a sun. And it makes a good like around the arch of your foot and holds the sock in place. So I like it a lot for shorties. So first time I've done it this way. I did just this kind of part on a previous sock to kind of blend the colors together. But I like it a lot as a fun little design feature. So I'm probably going to make more shorty socks in this style. And this is sock number 2. Full tangent from the haul where I'm like, let's just talk about my projects. This is sock number 1 finished. I started this in mid-April, and then sock number 2, I've knit most of this sock in the past week. I took a break from that sock, but I'm hoping to have this done today or tomorrow. I need to finish something. I need that little dopamine rush, and then I want to cast something new on, because I'm very much at the point in my life where it's like you need to cast something off before you're allowed to cast something on. So yeah, finish this, and then I'm going to cast on something else small and easy to finish, and just get that double hit of I finished things. And then I'll get back to my more long haul projects, like the olive top, which is slow, but I do like it as well. Okay, look at what I made section over temporarily. Back to the haul. What did I buy? Actually, what did I not buy? So Chateau Bornay is a, I guess, notions dealer. They do a lot of fake eyes, safety eyes. They do a lot of safety eyes for amigurumi, but they also do like stitch markers, some badge reels, like just various things. And every year they have a tower. So you spin the knob, a ball comes out, there's a piece of paper in it, and then go from there. So it might be like 10% off or a free pair of safety eyes. And in my case, I got a free keychain. So I picked out this Monstera one. Not exactly sure what I'll be doing with it, but if I have a spare key at some point, we're gonna do that. So I like it. She's charming, got a little fringe, And Tristan bought a badge reel from them for his new job. They had a lot of good healthcare themed badge reels, so he had a lot of fun going through those. Sticking with themes of things I didn't pay for, Tristan actually bought this for me. It is a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook from Knitter's Pride. Sure. And I was really excited about this because it was in a sale section. So it was like $2 for any of these crochet hooks. So Tristan just appeared with a toonie in hand and gave it to the lady, which was cute. There's a small crochet project I want to work on. Also, I like the idea of making some little amigurumi crochet earrings or granny square earrings. So summertime, not going to want to work on big projects. So I figured this would be perfect for that. Turns out I already had a 2.5 millimeter needle hook rather at home, but it was starting to like bend and break in the middle a little bit. I kind of just use it for repairing if I drop a stitch. So this one does have a good sturdy feel to it. The problem is, which I don't think it's going to come up on camera, but it's sticky. So I kind of wonder if it was in a sale bin because maybe it got like exposed to like heat or something, like maybe it got cooked. But it's like a tacky feel to it. And it's definitely like, this can't be what the manufacturers want it to be, because it's covered in hair right now. I don't know if that is doing anything at all, but yeah, like it just feels like degraded plastic, sticky. So I tried like scrubbing it with like soap and water, being like, oh, maybe it's just some residue that's on it. But no, it's fully like icky sticky. So I think what I'm gonna do is get some, I actually don't know what it's called, but like vets use it. It's the self-adhesing wrap tape that they'll like bandage an animal's like paw or something with. But I think we have some in the house. So I think the plan is I'm just gonna wrap that around and kind of give it some extra cush, but then also I won't have the icky sticky to deal with. So functionally, I like the way it fits in the hand and I like the gold tip and everything, but it's a little gross. But what can I say? It was $2. It seems good quality, just sticky. Okay, to close it out, I got some more yarn babies for you. So, like I said, I was trying to not buy yarn, but sometimes you just get smacked in the face by a deal and you can't walk away from it. So the $12 yarn was a bit of a theme for the day because these were also $12. So these, I was gobsmacked, were $12 each. These are hand-dyed skeins by Richard DeVries, and he is a dyer here in Ontario. Like I guess every dyer was. But he does some really beautiful, beautiful work. Like the standard is very high with Richard. I have another one of his skeins. I haven't caked it up or anything. It's still just sitting up on my shelf, but just like 10 out of 10. A lot of love and care goes into these. Anyway, enough gushing. Richard was very fun to talk to. I'm like a newly converted super fan. Like I was aware of his work, but I'd never met him. And then I met him and he was just such a vivacious, like person who like wanted to talk to people. He was wearing like clogs and a kilt and he was wearing a shirt that said, "I'm proud to be everything the right wing hates." And you know what? He had so much personality. He was a delight. Also too, his machine was down, like his tap was down. So he was just saying to people, like, if you just want to e-transfer me for these, like, I trust you, like, go for it. And like people were e-transferring him on the spot and like saying like, okay, like, can I give you my email to make sure it goes through and everything? And he was very like, oh yeah, sure. But he was just like, I trust fiber people. I don't think anyone here is trying to scam me. Here's my email, take a picture of it, e-transfer me, and we'll go from there. So he was wonderful and delightful. Okay, so these are a base called Pepino, which is superwash merino yarn. It is 225 yards and 65 grams, so it's like a chunky half skein. And it's from New Zealand, and the story I got was that their supplier, their shipping cost was going to be going up, so they wouldn't be able to supply this base anymore. So they were just trying to clear the base out because it's not going to be a line that they're going to continue. So again, not sure how much this would retail for typically, but his full skeins were selling for like $38 Canadian. So $12 for a 65 gram skein. I was like, ooh, ooh. So I just gravitated immediately to these two. Not sure what they will be, but they are going together. Originally, I wanted to do socks, but there's no nylon in these, and the There is no nylon on these. They're 100% superwash. The construction of the yarn does have a lot of bounce to it, so it does seem to me like it would be resilient. Like, it feels like sock yarn. I was actually surprised that it was all merino. But I don't want to make socks and then wear through them quickly or they don't hold up, etc. But I know I want to put them together, and I could potentially do a fun cowl thing. I'm not a big cowl wearer though too, so it's a little bit of a TBD. It's probably going to be a neck thing because I'd like to use up both of these. But this was really just made me happy. These colors are so fun, and I guess I should say this is called Yukon Nights and this is called Euphoria. So Euphoria and Yukon Nights sounds like a good time to me. Now, I did get one more item from Fergus Fibre Festival, which I can't exactly hold in front of you right now because it is a spinning wheel. You may have noticed it in my clip montage there, but Shauna brought it to her booth. She'd had the spinning wheel for a year, she meant to learn on it, and it wasn't happening, so she was looking to sell it. And I was feeling impulsive and in need of some feel-good purchases. So it was a bit of an impulsive buy, but I got that spinning wheel off of her and I'm very excited to learn with it. I have literally spun one single project in my life and it was on a spindle. So this feels very out of the blue for me, but it was, well, I guess I'll say the spinning wheel is an Ashford traditional. I believe it's from 1982, the model, and it got a ton of really good reviews, like people in our knit group and then even people at the event that I mentioned I was picking up the spinning wheel. Everyone had good things to say about this. It's a beginner-friendly wheel, and it's a nice wooden wheel. It's really quality product, and she's been around since the 80s and she looks phenomenal. So I am thrilled about that, and if it works out that I decide it's not for me, I can probably resell it just as Shauna was able to resell it when it didn't work out for her. So I'm enthusiastic, but more on that later. I am planning on making kind of a process learning to use video, not an instructional video by any means. That's not happening anytime soon. But more so just the experience of getting it and what my experience with the wheel is like. So not sure when that'll happen, but stay tuned for that. You know, spice up the channel a little bit. Normally we talk about knitting. Let's get into some spinning. So I would say, I mean, I mentioned needing to be on a budget, and mainly the spinning wheel was the reason why I needed to be on a budget. Shauna was kind enough to tell me, like, you can just take this and you can pay me at the end of the month because I'm expecting to get a paycheck at the end of the month because I got a job in the field that I went to college for. So that's really exciting. But I didn't have a lot of money in my bank account right now, and it just worked out that it'd be convenient for me to pick up the wheel from Shauna. So I didn't want to spend a ton of money at the Fergus Fibre Festival knowing that Shauna was giving me something and I would pay her back later for it. I didn't want to show up with a huge, like, you know, splurge or anything. So yeah, I am really feeling motivated for, like, you know what, my first real adult paycheck is going to go towards buying this wheel, and it's from someone I know and I respect and I like. So just feels like a really good narrative, and I really do love symbolic things like that. So buying a spinning wheel and weaving my future, I love that. So I am very happy that those two things are going to be linked. Also pertaining to the wheel, I can't believe I didn't mention this, but the wheel's name is Tammy, which I'm going to say is short for Tamara, but she's going to be Tammy. And the reason why she's Tammy is, one, she's from the 80s, so I did want a name that kind of fit that era. But at the event, they had a free shuttle bus. So they had a ton of parking, and then there was a little mini school bus that would come and take you down to the main festival area, which was a great thing for them to have. And the bus driver, we had a nice chat with her. Tristan and I were the only passengers on the way back, which I was shocked by because we left near the end of the event. So I was a little worried we were going to be coming onto this bus with a spinning wheel and smacking some poor person in the face with it. But it was completely empty. No one was really using the shuttle. That's fine. Yeah, the bus driver, we had a nice chat with her. So at the end, I asked her what her name was, and she said Tammy. And I was like, I'm naming my spinning wheel Tammy. And I think it made her day. Like, she had like a happy laugh and a big smile on her face from that. So again, I love linking things like that together, and I think Tammy is such a fun name. So Tammy the spinning wheel, stay tuned for more of Tammy. Okay, yeah. So that's everything that I got from the Fergus Fibre Festival and everything Tristan got from the Fergus Fibre Festival. I hope you enjoyed watching that and enjoyed the little vicarious take along. I really do enjoy watching when other people share their festival or event vlogs. So it was one thing when I started this channel from day one that I really wanted to do. So I really do enjoy making these, and I feel like, you know, it can be nice to not have your camera out at an event and just focus on what's in front of you. But also, I really do like looking back at these videos and remembering those events, especially because I tend to go to these events with friends. And then that's just lovely core memories of taking them to these events and seeing how they respond to these things that are newer to them. As far as other things, I just wanted to take a little time to say thank you for your kind words on the last video. If you haven't seen it, it was my Knit City Toronto video, and at the end of the video, I did have a memorial for my dear lovely boy Trill, who passed away on May 22nd. It's May 31st today, so it is still really fresh. But honestly, just having people comment that they felt that, and whew, it meant a lot. So very much I was feeling the love from the community, and you know, I wasn't sure if I should put it in. I didn't want to upset anyone too, because obviously pet loss can be a difficult subject and it can, you know, trigger a response in people. But it was nice for me to make it. And I'm excited to have that as something I can go back to and as a tool for remembering. My other cat, Milo, who is Trill's litter mate, he's been with Trill literally since day one. He's actually been doing really well. I was worried that he would have some anxiety and just, you know, looking for Trill. And I think he has to an extent. Like, he has seemed a little bit like something's off. But he's done really well. He's getting a lot of attention from me, and he used to sleep with Trill every night, but now he sleeps every night with me. So that's been very cute too. I mean, sometimes in the middle of the night, he steps on me and wants attention and harasses me a little bit. But it's very sweet to wake up in the morning and have him sleeping in the bed with me, and I'll say, "Oh, hey, Milo, good morning," and he'll go, "Brr," and he'll wake up, and then he'll be like, "Oh, we're doing some cuddles? That's nice." So it's been very good for my soul, and I think it's been good for him as well. He's just sleeping on the chair next to me right now. So yeah, just wanted to take a moment to say thank you, because I felt it in the heart when people made those comments. So it is appreciated. And if you haven't watched that video, you don't have to watch that part if you think it'll bring anything up that you don't or aren't ready to feel. But I think it was a nice thing to include, and I'm really happy that I did. Is there anything you want to add, Maeve? Is that everything for the video? No quote, no comment? Okay, baby.